Hi, you guys. If you're watching this, it's because you've either been invited to or you're on the page called Choosing Love. And this video is all about, are you choosing love or are you choosing the story? And it's a bit of a like, Manjit, are you saying I have stories about love? Are you saying that I don't really desire a lover? But I'm telling you that I do. So I'm smiling because for years and years and years and years and years and years and years, like forever, I would continually tell people, I'm ready to meet somebody really amazing. And I'm ready to have like somebody come into my life and ready to receive the gifts of having a beautiful, enjoyable other. Whether you want to call him your boyfriend, your fiance, your partner, your lover, there's all these different names, but often, especially in like little girly groups or if you've gone out for a coffee, how many of us then sit around talking about what we'd actually like, especially if you're a group of single girls? And if you're not a group of single girls, you're in a group talking about the person you have in your life and how that's working for you, how it's not, and all the differences. So there's all these stages of a relationship from the moment you choose you'd like one to then actually activating and being the energy, space, and consciousness of creating one. And then, once you've met somebody, it's then the energy, space, and consciousness of what it takes to have it be generative and beautiful and amazing. Hey, Heather. So there's all these different places and spaces in a relationship from the moment you choose to be single or not single to see somebody, not see somebody. So there's all of this transition from the moment you choose. So here's the thing. All of us are always either looking for love or we're choosing not to have love. Like we're always choosing something in that department. Whether it's, I don't want a relationship, I'm done with men, or I'm done with women. Or it's the, I'd really like somebody special in my world, but I'm not going to tell anybody because I don't feel like I'm going to have that person because they don't exist. What I require doesn't exist in 8 billion people or so. They don't exist. Totally true. And then the other flip side is like the fantasy la la land is everybody you meet, you're like, I'm totally in love with them. They're amazing. I can see what my life is going to be like with them. So choosing love is going to be a 2-day workshop that I'm doing this weekend. It's Sunday and Monday in Australia time and Saturday, Sunday if you're in the States. And I really want to start unlocking and uncovering what's actually true for you and what you'd like to choose, which is why it's called Choosing Love. It's a space where you're choosing what you would like to create and who with. And before we even start to choose, there's a few places where even your asks, like how are you asking the universe? Is there some stuff in the past that's really, really hurt your heart? Is there places where you're like, I will never do that again? I know for me, like anytime I had my heart broken, it was like I would wear it as this like complete armor against the next person. Like I was going to look out for that thing again. I'm never going to have that show up because it was so painful. How many of us do that? And then we choose to meet people from that space of, I am going to look out for that thing. Or you meet people, and I'd be like this too, in a total fantasy of what it was going to be like to be with them. So these are the things I really want to start to speak about in this 2-day workshop, where you get to find out for you, like, what is true for you? What do you really want to choose? And if this stuff in the background, this stuff from the past relationships, and it could even be watching your parents go through a divorce or watching any of your friends be heartbroken, it can actually still impact you. And you're like, I'm not going to do that. So all of the I'm not going to do that, and yet you go out looking for it. Would you be willing to let that go even before the weekend? And this workshop's more about inviting what you would like into your life and really starting to choose from your reality, your world, your possibilities, and what's going to make you happy. There's some clearings, there's some tools, there's some processes, there's some really fun, juicy stuff I've got planned for you guys, and a mini workbook that everyone's going to get to take home with them. And you can play with this for I don't know, the next 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. And it doesn't matter if you're single, if you're seeing somebody, if you've been married for 20 years. Choosing love is really, really getting clear for you. What would you like to choose? What would you like to create? How do you create with other people, especially a man or a woman who is your lover? Because it does become different. And getting clear on that and how to ask and receive in that place. And the juiciest thing about this workshop is going to be at the end, we're going to do an amazing energetic activity where you get to activate all of those asks we're going to be playing with during the 2 days and really, really learn to bring that in a magical, beautiful, easy way. So yeah, I don't know if you're going to come. I don't know if you'll choose that. It is a choice. But if you are somebody who's been saying, I am over being single, or I'm over meeting men like this, and this, or women like this, and this, it could be for you. And if you're a person also who's saying, I'm not going to do relationship. I've done relationship and it didn't work out for me. So now I'm great as a single person. Yeah, you may want to come and look at this too, because you actually want to choose, not from a place of, I don't want one, I do want one. You actually want to choose from a space of what's going to work for you in your life, what's going to create for you in your life, what's going to be fun for you in your life. And let's get down to it. Let's actually look at what that is for you. So for this workshop, it's not going to just be like any access consciousness class. You are going to require pen and paper. We are going to be taking some notes. And you are going to get play work overnight. And don't think because it's 2 hours, you will not create something pretty amazing. Yeah, it took me a long time, you guys, to actually choose love. It was something that I never thought existed for me. It was something that I never thought I knew what to do with. It was something that I was asking for on the surface. But truly what was showing up was lots of abusive people in my world who continued to not love me, who continued to show me what love wasn't. And it was only until I actually really committed to choosing it. And I learned about relationships. I learned about how it was going to be for me. And I learned about myself and really learning who I was, how I work, what's going to be real and true for me. So it took quite a few years for me to unwrap it. I'm not saying that's going to be true for you, but I'm inviting you to, if you really truly do desire someone magical, beautiful, kind, caring, whatever your words are, adventurous, it starts by choosing it. And a choice could just be, I'm going to hop on a call with this strange lady who keeps talking about choosing love, and I'm going to work out what's true for me. I'm just going to start there. And if you're feeling icky about joining this workshop and you've looked at it a few times and you're like, do I, don't I? What is that? Is that the you that's actually decided you can't have that thing that you'd really like to have? Or is that the you that's going, I really want that, but I'm so scared that it might not be true for me? Well, let me tell you, anything is possible. Everything is available. There are more men out there than you know what to do with, ladies. And guys, there are some beautiful women out there who are really ready for a gorgeous man, generative man to walk into their lives. So the universe is abundant. You're not the only one who's sat there and gone, ah! And also the relationship that gets stagnant. You're like, oh, what do I do with this? How does everybody else make it work for 20 odd years? This could be for you too. So how does it get any better than that? And Heather's just popped, oh, hey, Julie. And Julie's just popped a link at the bottom. So anything is possible, beauties. Let's play. Let's have everything we truly desire. Life isn't to half-assed have shit in your life. Like, did I swear? I'm so sorry. But you know what I'm saying. 90% of your life works, but there's that little 10% of choosing somebody, having somebody adore you, appreciate you, love you. Yeah, that'll happen someday. If that's being you, then maybe, is that someday going to be soon? Like tomorrow? Like Saturday? Like Sunday? Do you want it soon? Or do you want to put it off for another year? Because if that's you, then maybe this workshop isn't for you. Because if you really, truly want to choose something and you want to live your life, you can have it all. Why only play with half a field of what you want? What if everything is truly possible? What if this is going to be the year 2018 where you actually choose receiving from a beautiful man or a beautiful woman, and it's so freaking delicious you can hardly stand yourself? That's what I want to invite you to. Because anything less than that, in my world, you're not living. You're not enjoying the deliciousness of who out there is available for you. Anyway, what else is truly possible? We've got the link down there. We start Saturday and Sunday for US and Sunday, Monday for Australia. And I'm really, really, really excited. I'm choosing love this weekend. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Are you coming to play with me? I require people who are choosing love to come play with me. So that's my invitation, you guys, whether you choose it or not. But there's some great questions in what I've just asked you. And even if you ponder those for yourself, like, where am I at with me? Do I really want this, or do I just enjoy talking about it? Do I just enjoy the story of one day, someday, I'll find my love. Someday, one day, I'm going to have this. Someday, one day. All of that is a story. When you sit with your girlfriends with a cup of tea and going, I don't know why I don't meet anybody, or, you know, the guy's just around here, blah, blah, blah. I lived in a place called Cairns, and people would be like, oh, there's like, you know, more women to men ratio here, hence I can't meet a man. Story. The man I want doesn't want me back. Story. I keep dating, but they're all whatever they are. They're not the right guy. Stories. So are you choosing love, or are you choosing the story? That's it. That's it. That's it. I love you all, and you're all on here now. So is there anything else I needed to say, Miss Julie? Julie's going to prompt me. She's excited. I can feel her excitement. I'm so excited that she's coming and I'm coming and we're going to choose love. Woo! And it is scary, you guys. I think I've talked for too long for an invitation video, but it is scary. I promise. Like, it is scary to think that there's someone or something out there that's going to love you, like truly love you. That's actually the scariest part. Meeting somebody is not scary. It's actually easy. And really getting over the story isn't that hard either. But the actual creation of the future you step into, that's what scares most people. It scares my socks anyway. Scared my socks. Not the rest of me, just my socks. Is there anything else I needed to say, Miss Julie? What else is there? Yeah, the willingness to be vulnerable. Heather just said, yeah, we'll talk about that sort of stuff. Like, what is being vulnerable with you? What is being vulnerable enough to even ask for what you want? A lot of us pretend. We pretend to ourselves. We keep ourselves busy. And then every so often we'll sit down and go, oh, if only I had someone to rub my feet. Or whatever the story was for you, that was my story. But yeah, I wasn't choosing that. I wasn't choosing to let someone come and rub my feet. Oh, wouldn't it be great if somebody cooked me dinner? Poor old me. And yet I wasn't choosing that. Isn't it crazy? So hand on heart, what is actually true for you? What's actually the story that's stopping you from choosing love? And if you did choose love, what are you scared of? Anyway, that's half a mini workshop right there. I adore you. I will see everybody who is choosing love on Saturday. Bye, you guys.